Hey everybody, it's Lee with the Turquoise Valentine. Welcome to my page. Let's craft. I have missed y'all so much. So come on in and let's chat and craft. We're going to do something with air dry clay, and I hope this clay is still good. Hello everybody. Let me see. I'm going to grab a Ziploc bag because this one is about had it. So y'all come on in. I'll be right back. Here they are. I'm coming. Hello, Sue. Hello, Karina. Whoops. I'm dropping everything. Hey, Karina. Hey, Tammy. Hello, Luann. I am out of practice. Can y'all tell? I'm dropping everything, making a mess. I got my wet rag so I can bathe. Why is there water? Oh, I guess my rag was dripping on the floor. Hello, Diane. Y'all come on in. I have missed y'all so much. I had to go get me a new bag because this bag is, I'll just double bag it probably. Hello, Diane. Hello, Penny and Jane. Y'all come on in. I have missed y'all so much. I know I got a good tan, right? My skin was probably like, what happened? We didn't get in the sun today. Because I have literally been in the sun since last Sunday, every single day. Well, we weren't in the direct sun. I sat under an umbrella and got most of this because it reflects up from the sand. So you don't have to sit out in the direct sun, really. Oh, you were watching my container store video? Yeah. I had fun in the container store. Look at, what is this hair? What is this doing back here? Hello, Carol. Hello, Bonnie. So after I got off with y'all, I went around and I bought a couple of more little bins, and I have a bin container organizational problem, okay? Buying craft supplies is a hobby. Crafting is a hobby, but organizing the craft supplies is a whole nother hobby, okay? And I'm an addict to all three. Hey, Debbie. Hello, Belinda. And Jackie. Hello, Jackie from Texas. It's hot, Texas. It's hot here. I know it's hot there. Hey, Marcidia. Hello, Jerry. Hey, Shelby. And Sue. Yes, I'm happy to be back, even though I missed the beach, and I miss my little princess. I miss her, and I miss Colin and Paige. I miss everybody being together. It was a lot of fun. Hey, Dana. Hello, Danielle. Hey, Gayla. So we had a big time, and it was beautiful weather. We couldn't ask for any better. It was beautiful. I just feel like I cannot. I'm just so thirsty. I guess because it's hot. You peeled. Well, I cheated. I got a base tan in the tanning bed before I went. And so I had a base tan because I knew I was going to just roast. So, I only put, sunscreen on, like, I only use like 15 because I tan. I don't really burn a lot. But I wasn't out in the direct sun except when I got out in the water and, Hey, Judy. Hello, Lori. Thank you, Sandy. Y'all come on in. I'm sporting my hat today that I bought. It's got like see the floral? I'll flip it up so y'all can see. It's got floral under here. And then that's the same floral. It's really cute. Oh, her house burned. I am so, so sorry. I don't know who that was, but I am so sorry. I would be praying for her. Goodness, that's terrible. Yes, I had a relaxing vacation. Like Craig and I would get out in the sun, get out to the beach about 9 to 10 o'clock every day. And we would stay there. We'd come in and eat a sandwich or something. Then we'd stay there the whole day, and we'd get up from the umbrellas and come inside about 4 o'clock or so. So, like, every single day we did that. Sunday, we got all our luggage in the condo, and then we just went to the beach. So, and sat there. Oh, he lives 45 minutes from Destin. I want to live that close so I can, get away from the touristy part, but I can go to the beach too. Oh, Gail, yay! Yeah, you got to start somewhere, Gail. I used 50 and still burned. Okay, oh my gosh. I have always tanned really good, so and I love the sun. I love to be tan. It makes me feel better. Yeah, isn't it cute? Yes, I'm glad I'm back. So we're going to craft, and I was like, what am I going to do? And I've had this on my Pinterest board for a long time that I want to do. But y'all know I love to do the clay. And I went to Hobby Lobby today because it's right around the corner from the Container Store. How convenient. And I got another block. And I came home and got all my clay stuff out. And I already had a block. And I already have another block. So I think, oh, Susan, you called me twice in one day. Hey, Glenda. Hey, Ann. So I have, oh, that one's got like a little hole right there. So it's hard right there. But, yeah, so I've got 1, 2, 3. And then this one is what's left of one that I have worked. Yeah, you spray tan. I don't, oh, did you, Dana? I, went to Navarre Beach this weekend. Oh, Julie, I'm jealous. So I don't know where to live inland from the beach. Like, I don't even know where's a good place to even live, but I would love. Oh, no, you're allergic to the sun. Hey, Robin. So, yeah, we miss, Charlie, we would wake up to the sound of her going, Papa, Lily, Papa, Lily, trying to wake us up. She would be hollering for us, and we miss that. I miss that little toot. It just says Destin, Florida. Destin, Emerald Coast is what it says. Where I went. 3 blocks. Yeah, I know. It's like, I bought one today because I thought, okay, I don't know if I have any. I already had 2 here, and I bought another one today. So, I think I'm good for a little while. But, you know, we can do Christmas with this. We can make snowmen. We can make gnomes. I got out some of the stuff I've made before. But all my gnomes that are painted, well, I can reach a couple of them. There's a couple of them I can reach. They're up on a shelf up high. Cape Sandbice is the best place. Not crowded, and you get to explore and snorkeling. Oh, wow, Dana. Okay, I have to look that one up. We want to go back at the end of October, 1st of September, because they say the weather there is beautiful. And, yes, not sure, but you just buy some more, right? Like, I don't know if I have any at home, but while I'm here, I'll just go ahead and pick up a block. Now, if I wouldn't have bought any, I would only had this much, which I can do what I want to do with this, but we'll see. I didn't find any shells. There's not a lot of shells there like there used to be years ago when I was a little girl, because, you know, it's picked. It's been picked and picked and picked every day, all day, every day, you know, by thousands of people, and so it gets done, but, frogs, dragonflies, pumpkins, pickles, and all the things. Okay, so you get this clay at Hobby Lobby. It's $12.99. It was not on sale today. I don't think it was. But because I had to have it, so because I didn't know if I had any. So I bought another block, and I had 2 blocks at home. It is DOS clay. It is white, like a gray color. It dries white. Okay. It is air dry clay. I've used this forever and ever and ever. Yes, I've been to Navarre. I've been there. It's been years though. I love Destin. I mean, I love Navarre. It's very, less populated, but I love the water in Destin. Hey, Diane. Now there's other clays you can use, like there's modeling dough, there's Model Magic, stuff like that. And I got it out because I'm going to use a cookie cutter that is actually in there, I think. Yes, you can make your own beads from clay, Darla. Yes, you can. You sure can. So anyway, so I do all kinds of stuff with this. I have, over the years, done lots of things. Let me show you just a few that I can reach, because I can't reach. I have a whole shelf full of these, okay? And I can't reach them. They're like way up high on a little shelf. Hey, Mildred. So I did these years ago. And they are air dry clay, and I put a little heart on their side with a stamp. And here is this one. I made these and sold them for a long time, but they are so cute. Look at the watermelon one. See, his little bottom's not even painted, so you can see. But he don't have a heart. Oh, yes, he does. It's just not red. He does have a heart though. But hey, Sherry, I know. Missed you too. So there's my little watermelon one. This one I think I did live, and I don't think I painted it. He don't have a nose either, but you know, he needs to be painted. Uh-oh, you just got your internet back? It's okay, you hadn't missed much. We're just chatting and talking about clay and gnomes and all kinds of things. But I have made all sorts of stuff. I got this little box out. We've cut out shapes and stuff in the past. That's kind of what I'm gonna do tonight, but we're gonna do something different. Like this was I think this is a snowman. I've done mushrooms. I have these in my plants in my house right now. These are pumpkins. Because, you know, if you don't have something, just make it out of clay, okay? If you want something that you want and you don't have it, make it. Hey, Barbara. So, that's a ghost. Here's like a little snowman ornament. And see how I did the texture on it. I've done, I don't know what that's supposed to be, a candy corn. I'm not really sure. I've made ghosts. We've made, that's the mushroom top, I guess. Snowman, all kinds of stuff. I make the heads for my snowman, my salt and pepper shaker snowman. Yes, they start off white. I'll show you. So this is wet, okay? Well, it's not wet, but it's damp. So it's not dried. And then this is what it looks like dried. So you can kind of see the difference in the white, and it's kind of a grayish white, but it gets really white once it dries. This is a snowman, but so yeah, so see the difference? And you can tell once it starts drying, it gets white. But I have used like an off-brand at Walmart of this. I had some gnomes that somebody had paid me to make for them and ship them to them. And I made this whole set and came in the next day and they were cracked. And I was so devastated. So I had to go buy this clay and make them all over again. Gail, yes you can. Anyway, and I had to make them again. So I trust this clay. It doesn't crack on me. It's never cracked on me. And it is so easy to work with. And I like using it. Now, the more I sit here and the more I knead it, it gets dry. So I kind of put my hands in the water and get it back kind of wet again so I can play with it. And, you know, and roll it out flat. But like I said, if you don't have something that you need when you're crafting, you just get out your air dry clay and you just make it. Like I said, we've made ghosts before. See, he's all like textured and everything. I've made my own ornaments. I've made all the things with clay. And, you know, I've even made little bitty little eggs for a bird nest one time because I didn't have the size I needed. So I got my clay out and made my own. So, you know, I have this, like I said, now I've got 3 blocks because I bought an extra today because I wasn't quite sure if I had some at home. And I get home and I have 2 other blocks and now I've got 3. And this. Bent over 30 and feels like over 40 Celsius. Now tell me, Trudy, I don't know what Celsius to Fahrenheit is. So is that hot? Because I'm not good with that. Okay. So we're going to do half of this craft tonight, and then it has to dry, and then we're going to do half Thursday. That's the only bad part about this is that I could prep it ahead of time and do one ahead of time or 2, and then do it on the live, but a lot of times I don't think about doing this craft or doing air dry clay until it's time to do it, and I really need to do it 2 days before, if that makes any sense. 100 degrees. Yeah, it was like 97 here today. Thinking flowers or bows or for our dotted bows. Yes, Barb, that would be cute. So 25 degrees Celsius is 77. Okay. So it was like 97 degrees here, something like that today. But it just came a shower. So it kind of cooled off for a minute. But yeah, my skin was probably like, oh my gosh, we're not getting in the sun today? What's wrong with you? We've been in the sun the last 7 days. Okay, 104 in Canada? What? Okay, so like I said, this will dry on you. It starts drying the minute you get out of the pack. So when you open this block, if you want to screenshot this, you can. It comes from Hobby Lobby. You can look up DOS Clay on Amazon and you can get it as well. Michaels has it too. And it comes in other colors. This is just the white. This block is it 3 pounds? I can't remember. But it says modeling clay right here, but it is air dry. And it has a piece of tape right here that you can open the package and then roll it down like the cookie, you know, like Oreo cookies and stuff does, and you can just tape it over. But it's from Italy, I think. Is that where this is from? It's Italian, I think. I don't know. But it is air dry. See, it says air hardening. It's backwards, but it does say air hardening right there. Pixie dough is the best you've ever used. Feels like a cloud and doesn't dry out ever. Okay, so you want this to dry out because I got my Container Store items and a few other things, y'all. I'm telling you, I love to organize and I love to have containers for all of my things. Hot here in Virginia, heat wave, and it's scalding. I know, we walk outside and it feels like I'm in an oven on Satan's front porch. I came back home and I'm like, it was not like this when I left. Like, it was not scorching like this when I left to go on vacation. I come back and it's hotter here than it is on the beach. Hey, Karen. Okay, so I like to get my clay and I just mold it in your hands because it is kind of hard. Like, I'm going to tear this part off because this has kind of gotten hard because the air has gotten to it a little bit. And plus it's old. I haven't used this in a while. But you're going to want to store this in a Ziploc bag, okay? So once you use some of your clay, you're going to want to fold it back up as tight as you can. And you're going to want to put it in a container, airtight container or Ziploc bag or something to store it because it will get hard on you and it will not use it. Yeah, it's just a little, it's a band, it's cloth. But I thought it was really cute, so I got me one. And I have it on my arm. Sticky tab was today years old of learning. I know, I think this is new because these are my older packs. Let's just see. See, oh, no, there it is. I'm today years old too when I turned around and saw that sticky thing. Look at this one. I've had these packs a while and it has the tape on the back. We did not know this. We do now. Because I just saw it. It says open and close that little tape. I just tear it open. Lower 60s here. Oh my gosh. I'm excited about that. I wish it was 60s here. I'm excited for it to be 60s. Okay. All right. So I'm going to mold these together. It's been nice here in the past couple days. But you know, when we're on the beach though, it's like there's a constant breeze blowing all the time. So it's really nice. Hey, Andrew. Okay. Yeah, I never saw the tab until I turned it around and I thought, well, maybe it's new because it's a new pack. Just got it today. Okay. But they do put the clay on sale at Hobby Lobby, like 30% off maybe. I don't know if they go so far as 40. But y'all, the fall stuff, they're putting fall stuff out in the fall. Was it party supplies? Let me see if the picture went to this phone right here. You know, they go over the cloud. This is my, okay, yeah. Fall decor, party, floral, and crafts is 30% off right now at Hobby Lobby. I was shocked. I've never seen 30% off on stuff. But, so the florals, decor, florals, party, and crafts is already 30% off at Hobby Lobby. Thought that was kind of strange. Anyway. You work today. Okay, well, my sign said 30% because I took that picture today. So maybe the store I went in didn't have it already. Okay, so a lot of people use rolling pins, whatever. Here is my rolling pin. As you can see, it has been used quite a long time. Baby wipe in yours. Ah! Look at you, Dana. That's so smart. Okay, yeah, I thought it was early for them to put it on sale too, but I'm not complaining. I didn't buy anything fall. I did not buy anything fall. Yeah, Susan. I had a buggy, not a buggy full, but I had a good bit of stuff. And I was like, I didn't even really need anything. I had done my order for the Container Store online, and it said, oh, well, we'll let you know when your order's ready. So I said, well, I'm just going to go to, Hobby Lobby. You know, of course, they text me the minute I walked in the door at Hobby Lobby. No way, it's not fall yet, and my Hobby Lobby has started out. They were wheeling buggies full of Christmas, and I was like, not looking at it. I'm enjoying my summer. I just came from the beach. I don't want to think about wintertime. Gail received an email. What email, Gail? Okay. So for what I'm doing, I'm going to kind of leave mine thick, okay? So, you know, you can roll it out flat, however you want to do it. A clean wine bottle. I mean, use what you have, you know. Don't go out and buy a rolling pin just for this. This will work just fine. This is, I think, maybe a salsa jar. I'm not sure. I've had it. It stays in my little, I've already got white stuff all over my shirt. You know, I'm practical over here. I'm not going to go out and get a rolling pin when this works just as well. And we're recycling. Okay, so mine, trying to get it, you know, y'all see how thick it is. It's probably 1/4 of an inch thick, maybe a little more. Oh yeah, I know Michael's has Halloween out. But see, Hobby Lobby doesn't do Halloween. Your Christmas cactus is blooming. It is really messed up. So you see my hands, that's what it looks like. It's drying on my hands. And this will dry your skin out. Use an old wine bottle. Perfect. Okay, so I got it pretty thick. Now, what we're gonna make, y'all are like, what are we gonna make? Y'all know what blessing beads are? They are like the wood bead garland, which I have all my wood beads over here, and we're probably gonna prep those. We're probably gonna paint those on Thursday. Yeah, PVC pipe or a dowel, anything round works really good for this. Yeah, it works just as well. I throw this in my box where all my stuff is. Yeah, 30%. Yes, crafty servants. Hello. Okay, so blessing beads are usually like wood bead garland, and they have a cross on them or whatever you want to put them on. That's what I'm gonna make. Cracker Barrel put out Halloween today. Oh, clay was on sale today. Woohoo for me! I didn't even know. I just grabbed it because I knew I had to have it. Debbie, I think I'll have to look. I can't remember. Okay. All right. So, but I don't want to just cut. I'm going to cut freehand a cross out of this, but I don't want to just leave it flat. Now you can, and we're going to paint it. So I did have a punch cup, and I don't know what I did with my punch cup, but you know how it's the vintage glass has like the raised, you know, areas on it. So I went out in my stash and I got a few pieces of glass that has, yes, Mary, I love doing clay. Ask me again, Andrew. I just missed it, evidently. Yeah, the large dotting rod works good too. So this is like raised, and so I'm gonna just make a design on my cross. I didn't, Charlene. I don't think I did. I get your? I don't think I did. Okay, so I can use like the side. I can use some of these little designs or whatever. But just look around and try to find something that has like a pattern that you can actually press into your clay. So I mean, don't go get anything. You have. Okay, Andrew, I'm listening or I'm reading. Oh, but that don't look really great. So if you don't like it, like I just don't like this, I'm gonna do this. So we'll just get a little water on my fingers, and I'm gonna smooth it right back out. And I'll just keep doing it until I get it to where I like it. Okay, fall is 30, clay is, I was on sale, I didn't even look. Just got back from vacation Bible school. That sounds fun. Okay, so I don't like that. So let's see what happens when I press. I just kind of want some type of, let me put it back and press it some more. Maybe so. I don't know if he is or not, Vicky. Probably. Yeah, texture, Robin. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, so I got some texture there. Let's see. I'm just going to put, just kind of going to do some, you know, kind of all over. I don't necessarily need the heart, but I just want it to have some type of texture look to it. Dolly, yes. So that's why I had this lace here, because we're going to use the lace too and see what that looks like. Okay, so I've pretty much, I'll try to get that right back on this and press it harder. That's good about the clear, is you can put it right back on there. Something to make warts on your groggy skin. Okay, so I have, that's my bad shoulder. That's what it looks like. So I've got all these little squares. It's hot here, Sue. Okay, so now I'm gonna take my little, y'all know the little pokey tool thing that I like to use. Hey, Meeting with Wayne. Hello, hello. We're using clay tonight. Okay, so I'm basically gonna cut out a cross. So I'm trying to see, my beads are this big, froggy skin. Okay, so I'm trying to gauge how big I want it, because I'm just gonna freehand this. I'm not gonna use a cookie cutter of any kind. So we're gonna see what happens. So I'm just sort of gonna make my outline of how I want it to be. You enjoyed my beach pictures? I just didn't take a whole lot of pictures. I did take pictures, but you know, I'm just, I have to, you know, respect Paige and Colin's privacy, and I ask before I post pictures of Charlie and all the things. But you know, it's family time, so I'm just trying to focus on what's going on, and I'm not so worried about, oh, let's take a picture. Oh, we got to put it on Facebook. Oh, we got to, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I got a lot of pictures, but you know, like, y'all get tired of seeing the beach every day. Like, oh my gosh, I'm boring them to death with beach pictures. Okay. Okay. So, but I really did unplug. I did not even open my laptop, not one time. I took it and I checked emails, but I did not do any work while I was there. Like, I just didn't do it. Hey, April. So my table is glass, if y'all are wondering. So I actually can just stick it right on my glass tabletop, which is another reason why it's wonderful. So now I'm just taking this and I'm trying to make this so I can actually get it out of here. But you can use cookie cutters. If you got cookie cutters, use your cookie cutters. You never get tired of seeing the beach. Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna kind of fix it a little bit, because one of my sides is down further than the other. Trying to just get it to where it looks even. Okay, now, so see, now I'll use this for something else. I wish I lived there too, Karen, I'm telling you. Okay. I may have seen it go. I don't know, y'all. So let me find my little, my old-timey Cricut spatula. I gotta poke a hole in it though somehow. Yeah, because I work all the time. Hey, Brenda, I do. I really work all the time. Okay, so I've got my little cross here. And you know, you're going to have to kind of do some work on the sides to kind of get it smoothed down, and where the sides don't look all jagged and you know, if you've done the pumpkin, y'all remember the pumpkin jar that we did? That's probably one of my favorite clay projects, and I totally just remembered that. Hey, Stacy. So you're going to have to kind of clean up your sides, and if you've got fingernails, it's going to be hard for you. Okay, so I'm going to just take something. You can take a skewer, a bamboo skewer, if you want to. It's bigger than that, so this may be easier. So I'm going to make a hole. So I'm just going to put it in there and then just kind of go around in circles and make your hole as big as you want to, because I'm going to have a place to put my string through there. Okay, so now here's my rag that I'm going to bathe with. But I've got this handy dandy Rubbermaid container top. That's what I'm going to put it on to dry. Because I was like, oh my gosh, I have nowhere to set my stuff. So I've got to find something. So I just kind of grabbed it. This is my little Cricut spatula. Okay. So it takes overnight to dry. So you got plenty of time. Okay, so here it is. I'm going to show it to y'all. So see, it's not white. It's kind of gray, okay? But the more it dries, the whiter it's going to get. So in the morning when I come out here, this will be white, and then I'm going to flip it over because the underside doesn't dry. Yeah, straws work really good. I just don't have one out here. Yeah, I dropped him. But see how the sides look? So I'm going to just take like my finger and put it in my water. And you just kind of run your finger around the sides or your fingernail and kind of, it'll smooth out pretty well. But you got to leave it just like you want it to dry. So I got to make sure my little arms of my cross aren't, you know, trying to dance or something. Because it's going to dry just like this. All right, so there it is. And this is good to make like kids ornaments and stuff for Christmas or whatever. Y'all can do whatever you want to. That was a close call. All right, I'm gonna actually, I think this is blue, but I want this heart that's in here, but I think I may have heart. So like I have a lot of my stuff in here. And I'm so disappointed. I'm going to tell y'all right now. You see these baskets? They come from Hobby Lobby. They're not carrying them anymore. They have the home colors. Brown, gray, white, green. You know how when you go in and they had the front wall was like covered. The whole wall was these baskets. Gray, white, pink, green, blue, orange, red. Okay. Hey, Kim's Crafty, corner. Okay, so I've been waiting for them to put these out this year because I need 2 of the big ones to put up top of my shelves up here. They're not going to carry these colors anymore. Thank you, Hobby Lobby. I love them too. I love these baskets too. So this is where it goes on a shelf and there's my stuff's in here. But see, I have like cookie cutters, you know, I got candy canes, but this is where like all this stuff kind of lives. So see, we've made hearts before. So I'm gonna do a heart. Look, here's a pumpkin. There's a pumpkin. I think we did those. I don't know. They're easy too. I don't know why. Why they carry shower curtains? They didn't ask us. This is not big enough. Why don't I grab that little one? Is this gonna be big enough? Maybe it will be. Because those are way big. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to do this little one. Yeah, I don't know. Same reason I have a bunch of those baskets. Like every year I go and buy 2 or 3 and I add to my little, yeah. Now I won't be doing it this year. I've been waiting all spring for them to put them baskets out. Oh, I'm going to use some more. Thank you, Linda. Spray paint the other color to match. Spray paint? I know. That's what I'm going to have to do because I've been waiting and waiting and waiting. And they're like, oh, they have them over in the home. So I said, no, I want the bright colors. They're like, no, we're not carrying those anymore. And I'm like, okay. I know, Stacy. I saw they had pillows and throws and stuff up in there. Okay, so I'm going to do a heart one. So, my clay's kind of starting to get dry. So I just added a little water to it. Not a lot, just get your fingers kind of wet. So I'm going to do this heart kind of chunky. But I love making stuff with this clay. It's so much fun. But see how it's got all those little lines and stuff in it? So if you'll just sit here and kind of work it, mush them together with your fingers and some water, and it'll kind of, they'll kind of go away. So I'm trying to get it the same thickness. How's the weather? It's very hot. But yeah, I'm not going to complain because it's rather than being cold. All right, so let's try. I cut off a piece of lace. I'm going to try to see if I can get it to impress into the clay, maybe. We're going to see. But you can do a doily. That one would work better because it's thicker. Let's see. Oh, it looks so cool. If I can get it off the table. Okay. And I'll show y'all what that looks like. It looks really neat. Very hot in Maryland. Oh my goodness, isn't it 90 in Maryland? This is DOS clay. I've used this for years and years and years. It's made in Italy. It says modeling clay right here, and it has all these different languages I can't speak or read. And then it says right here, air hardening. But this is the white. I think it comes in like a terracotta color maybe. I don't know. I always grab the white. It'll say Blanc. This says Blanco, Blanc white. Right there. Oh, do they, Kelly? I'll have to go look. I just love those baskets, and I like all my stuff to kind of match, right? All right, so I'm going to take my cookie cutter, my little heart. Let's see, which way do I want it to go? All right, I'll do it right here. Okay, so now I'm going to hold the clay around it. It's extremely hot in South Carolina. 102. Oh my goodness. I think ours was like 97, 96. I don't know. It feels like 103 or something. Yes, I got some sun. I was so excited. It feels so good on your skin. Okay, so now I'm going to take before I move this away, I'm going to go and make my little hole. So when you do a cookie cutter, it's going to be smooth around the edges. He's pretty thick. Okay, so there's my heart. So I'm going to kind of smooth this part. And then I'm going to put, I'll put it up there on my little Rubbermaid container or whatever container lid. Yeah, they have some baskets similar to that, yes. But I need, the one I need is like this big. It is like a monster basket. And I have 2, or maybe do I have 3? No, I have 2, and I need 2 more. And I've been waiting for months, and they're not going to do them. Okay, because now pumpkins and pillows are taking up that wall. So there it is. So see, that's what the lace looks like. Now, I definitely could do the back side, but then it's going to match the front side, so it's kind of hard to make an impression on both sides. So I'm just going to kind of smooth this side out the best I can. and make sure my hole is all the way through. And I'm gonna put it on here on my cookie sheet with my, so y'all can see when the light hits it, y'all can see the texture on my cross. So there's that. Call the company, call Hobby Lobby. They ain't gonna do no good. They ain't gonna listen to me. So we will paint the clay. This looks like this, and he's been painted. So if y'all saw me do the pumpkin back in the fall, we covered a whole jar with this clay, and I cut out the eyes. Where is he? He's around here somewhere. Who knows? I don't even know where he is, but he's probably in my bin. Hold on. I'm looking to make sure I'm not missing him. But he's probably in the bin full of my fall decorations. But, yeah, he's probably up there. But I covered a whole jar, like a jar like this, or a big jar, whatever you want to do. 102, and, you know, your nose itches when you can't scratch your nose. Storms rolling through. White baskets. I guess I'll get white and I can spray paint them. I don't know, but Hobby Lobby, they've been having them for years and years and years and years and years, every year. And then they're going to discontinue them. No. My hair going crazy. Okay. So, like, see, this is a little bitty clay gnome. Ain't he cute? So, the center of these, I have a couple of videos if you go on YouTube and watch, because y'all, June 27th or the 29th, all of the videos are going to be gone, except for the ones that I've done in the last month. So all of my videos from day one are on YouTube under the same name. Cindy, you're so smart. You're so smart. Okay, we'll try that. So all my videos are there, so you can just go to like my channel and type in, you know, gnome, clay gnome, or air dry clay gnome or something, and it'll come up. I've done it a few times. So they're a hoot to watch, because if y'all can imagine trying to make this shape on a live, and you're having to smooth this part out, and that's all I'm going to say about that. So it gets kind of funny. Pumpkin behind my left side. Yeah, no, it's not that pumpkin. It's a jar. See up there? And we covered the whole jar, and then we put a light inside. Dark teal basket. Oh yeah, the videos are going bye-bye. It's so sad. I don't think it's a good thing for them, but they didn't ask me. No, the pumpkin right here, he's soft. Ah! He is my part of my little family. I've got, somebody sent me a taco, emotional support taco. It started with the pickle, crocheted pickle that I found, or he found me, and then I found this. He's a crocheted pumpkin, and then there's a peanut, and I made a strawberry. So this is my emotional support team back here in the back. We're just gonna stick them all right there, and the taco, and that's all that. Janelle, you remember the gnomes? Yes, it was the funniest live ever. Like, if you know, you know. The little something something group videos from the past. Sandy, they are going to be in a portal, so in another place. They are in another place. You should have gotten an email. If you didn't get an email, message me if you're in that group. Okay, so let me try what Cindy said. Oh, the stem to the pumpkin is a lots of laughs too. If y'all can imagine the stem, making a stem to a pumpkin, is lots of laughs. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna put a little water on my clay, and I'm just gonna kind of work it again, and we're gonna do that heart again. This is my first time to come across your video. Hey Karen, welcome to my page. I go live on Mondays and Thursdays at 7:30 p.m. Central, and we craft, and I also sell laser cutout kits. Is the DOS you have the DOS stone effect or just white? It just says white. It says Blanc on the end of the package in 10 different languages. The stem. It was hilarious, but so I don't really think it matters what color it is because you're going to paint it anyway. The pumpkin stem. Well, if you saw the pumpkin stem, the gnome was a hoot. Yeah, it was about the same. You can imagine it was the same deal. I haven't gotten in our pool yet because we've been going to the beach and it was cool, you know, a little bit before we left. Okay, so I gotta smooth out both sides first. And I'm gonna try the lace laying it down. Karen, you can comment right here, shop, S-H-O-P, and it will send you a link to your messenger. Thank you, Cindy. You're so sweet. We're going to get through the stem. Yeah, I didn't think we were going to make it through that live either. And it's on YouTube for your enjoyment if you would like to go and watch it again. Yeah, maybe they're in cahoots. They're getting rid of the baskets and they're getting rid of the videos. What? Okay, so, all right, let's do what she said. I'm going to lay my... Okay, hold on. I got to think this through a minute. Scissors. Let's do this. I got lots of this lace. This is like came off the big kahuna roll that I have. The big, huge thing that I found. Okay. That. Okay. Now, it's on the lace. Okay. So yeah, I have lots of cute wood kits. This right here, this ladybug on the flower is one of the most recent ones. There's a bee in a hammock. I have lots of cute stuff. So anyway, let's put that here. I'm just going to lay it all willy-nilly. I really don't. It doesn't really matter, to be honest. Okay, here we go. We're going to see if it's going to do the other side. Okay. So I'm kind of wanting to try to press a little hard because, you know, this is thin little bitty lace, and so I want to really impress it into the clay and under the underside too. Since Cindy was so smart to say, just put it underneath the bottom. You knocked yourself off again, Kay? Okay, that side looks really good, but I won't know until I cut. Kim, I'm probably going to do one at maybe the end of July, probably 1st of August. I will be doing it again. Okay, let's see. Where do I want to... So you can definitely use cookie cutters. Yes, Barbara, even though you have clicked the save the 3 video, the 3 things, whatever, that doesn't matter. They're all going to go away. So yeah, it doesn't, it only saves it to your like profile under like a folder. And so they won't, it's not going to save it anywhere or anything like that. Okay, so now make my hole. I'm trying to figure this out. Okay. Okay. It worked. You're so smart. Hey, Barb, I see your comments are working correctly. I see you. Hello, Angela. Yeah, that was a good one, Cindy. We laughed. Oh, my gosh. We laughed so hard that night. That was so funny. And I was trying to hold, you know, keep my composure. Now I got to get it out of here. What's the best way to get this out? I don't want to mess up my lace. Okay, here we go. Just going to gently... So now both sides have the design. So there's that and there's that. So cool. Yay. Okay. So you kind of have to, you know, if you want to smooth the little sides, but we can also sand it once it's dried. We can sand it with like a fingernail file or my little sander, because it's almost kind of like plaster once it dries. So there's that one. All right, let's see if our cross is, can't really tell. It's kind of drying. You can kind of tell it starts getting white. You're not, okay, you're not seeing the ones that you mentioned. Well, there's another Barbara on here, Barb, and so it's like trying to talk, you know, there's lots of Debbies and there's lots of Barbs and okay. So see, this goes a long way. Y'all saw I just got out 2 little balls of clay. But like when this completely dries, fix that. we will paint them, and we're going to do all of our beads and stuff Thursday night. So y'all got to come back Thursday night so y'all can see how we finish it off. But like I said, clay is so much fun, but you can make anything you want to. So, hey Glenda. So, for the inside of my gnomes, he is not solid clay, okay? I get Dollar Tree aluminum foil, okay? Karen, I don't know. I don't know if it would hold up really good. You could probably seal them, but I think that defeats the purpose of the coaster, because the coaster kind of soaks up the moisture. Okay, so like when I make the gnome, you can go watch, but I make a form of his body out of aluminum foil, and then I cover it with clay. So you're not wasting a lot of clay, and it take 2 weeks to dry. So, so the inside of these little guys are balled up aluminum foil. We can make I can make a little gnome, y'all. Can I make a little gnome? He don't have to have a tall hat. Okay, so let's see. And you know, y'all know this stuff is like super thin, but it's okay. It serves the purpose that I want to do with it. No, Kim, I'm gonna make blessing beads with them. So I've got wood beads over here, and Thursday night I will paint these, and we'll paint our crosses or gold or whatever we're gonna do with them, and make blessing beads. If y'all ever heard of blessing beads, checkers out of leftover clay. I used to make little mice. I have little mice. Maybe I should make a mouse. All right, so you're gonna take your aluminum foil. I'm gonna just make a little bitty gnome and see if I can just make a little guy, a little bitty guy. Since I got this little bit left. So I like roll it on the table, because you know it's real moldable and malleable. Is that a word? Okay. All right. Okay. Looks like a silver bullet. Look. So I got a little bit in there left. So it does go a long way. And once you start making this kind of stuff, you're going to be like, oh, I'm going to make this, and I can make that, and whoop, I can make all kinds of stuff with it. It's just fun. So when you go to cover your little gnome or whatever, I get it, you know, about that thin. I don't get it really thick. Just enough to cover it, okay? Without you seeing the aluminum foil or it poking through or whatever. Let's see. And I do cover the bottom. I cover the whole piece of aluminum foil, so you never know that the aluminum foil is there. I'm gonna take some up here and put some on the bottom. So see, it's like a seam back there, but the more you sit here and you get your fingers wet with water and you're just gonna kind of smooth all of that out, it starts smoothing together. You love the gnomes? You know, just like you used to do Play-Doh, y'all, it's the same thing. So just sit here and mold it to your aluminum foil. Now I am making his hat. That looks like the pumpkin stem. So you're not using up all of your clay. So I am going to make his hat taller than he is. Than my aluminum foil is, because I got a lot of clay. Even though it doesn't look like I had a lot, but I do. So now y'all can see how this could get kind of sensitive on Facebook trying to make his hat. Take a little bit more off. Price went up on that foil at Walgreens is 99 cents. Oh, wow. I think Sandy, it will work good in molds. You just have to make sure and press it good into the molds really well. I do have a lot of molds. I don't have any up here. Darn pumpkin stem. I know. Okay. Taking more off. Hang on, I'm kind of changing gears because it was kind of still hollow, so I'm just sort of. And all of these little gnomes are going to be different. Your gnomes are sitting in your craft frame. Yes, mine are too. Mine are on a shelf. And then I actually have one that Deidre made, and it's up on a shelf by her picture. You know, her fingerprints, everything are on that gnome, and I wouldn't take it for anything. So yeah, he's sitting up there. She painted it and made it. And hey Bev, we're making like things with air dry clay. I'm trying to make a gnome and trying not to make it obscene. Cause you know, it can get that way really fast. But you just have to sit here and, you know, work it and get it smooth. And you watch your fingernails, because your fingernails are going to make dents in it. And you're going to look back and go, oh my gosh, I just went over that part. Okay. So I'm kind of doing it like this one. Okay. So you're like, okay, well, what about the rim of his hat? I'm going to show y'all how to do that really quick. Okay. Oh yeah, you can bend it like I did this one. You can do that. Okay, so here is my gnome. Okay. There he is. Now, we got to make the brim of his hat. Oh, they're in Destin now? Yeah, it's so nice right now. It was so pretty when we left. We hated to leave, but it was so pretty. Okay, so you're going to do, I got a little bit too much water, but it'll dry in a second. So you're going to make a snake, just like you did when you were in grammar school with your Play-Doh. You're going to just sit there and, I'm trying to roll it in my hands, but I've got too much water on my hands. Okay. Yep, I made them with aluminum foil, because you don't want to use all your clay and it be solid. The clay is from Hobby Lobby. You can get it on Amazon, and you can get it at Michael's. He looks like a candy corn. Okay, I haven't made a gnome in a long time, but you're basically just going to roll it out like a little snake, you know, like your little Play-Doh back when you were a kid. Make a little snake. Can't wait till Charlie gets where she can play with Play-Doh, because we're going to play with Play-Doh. Okay, I like the way it smells. Uh-oh. Okay, all right, so you're going to make like a little rope. And it just has to go all the way around his hat, okay? So like this one, see how I started up high and it kind of goes down in the back, all right? So I want my seam to go in the back. Let me see where I want the front to be. Okay. All right. So I'm going to make it go high. And then I'm going to make it go around the back. Okay. He looks like he has a sombrero. Okay. So roughly, this is what it looks like. So there's my seam, and see, there is my, he looks like he's got a sombrero. Hey, Sherry. I said Sherry, and Siri answered me on this other phone. Oh, she is 19 months, 20 months, 19, 20 months. Okay. So you're just going to wet your fingers, and you're going to keep rubbing this clay back here until it starts joining. I can't do that with my shoulder. So you just kind of keep doing that until it becomes one piece, okay? You're going to kind of rub that seam out where you don't see it. So now we got to make that brim become one piece with him. So you're going to wet your fingers, and you're just going to kind of rub underneath the brim of his hat, and you'll see that line starts kind of going away. So it kind of starts joining together with his body. You just kind of keep going under there, and okay, Kay. All right, and so you're going to do the same thing on the top. I'm just kind of, you know, kind of trying to join them together. The more you sit here and just kind of wet your finger and get that clay to join, you know, it'll fill in that little crack. See? And then you can just kind of run your fingers around and make his little, the brim of his hat. And all of these guys are like one of a kind. Hey, Karen, because they are, I just finished my little treasure box like the soda one you made. Oh, that little box. That was so much fun before I left. That was a lot of fun. Okay, so post in the group, Barb. I want to see it. Okay, so I'm just kind of, you'll have to go back and smooth out all your fingernail marks, because trust me, you're going to get them on there and you'll go, oh, I'm good. And then you're like, oh, there's a fingernail. Okay, so here is, but no two are going to be the same. All right, so there is our little gnome so far. Okay, so you want to keep making sure that you've got the bottom flat so it's going to sit when you get done. Okay, so there he is. So now he needs a nose, and we're going to make his beard. Vicky. All right, so you know, nose is pretty self-explanatory, but I'm not going to put his nose on him until he's dry. But I'm going to make a place for his nose, if that makes any sense. But the nose is going to dry separately. All right, so I'm going to kind of take my thumb and make a little place for his nose right there. There's his nose. Okay, so there it is. All right, so I kind of just let it fit in there. And then I'm going to pull it off, and I'm going to set it to the side because he's got to dry. So you can kind of see where it goes. So we'll glue it on, okay? All right, so here's our gnome. So that's where his nose is. So then I'm going to take this, or either this, and you're going to make all of that. I just do, Nancy, because I'm scared it won't stay on him. And if I glue it, then I know for sure it's going to be there. And so I'm just going to take like this little end and make little wavy lines. And this is going to be his little beard. So it looks like he's got, you know, his little hair. Okay. Nothing hard about that. So it's going to kind of dry that way. Okay. So there he is. And then I don't have my heart stamp, but usually I have a heart stamp. And I put little hearts on their boo hiney. So I think I'm just gonna I'm gonna make one. Because I always put little hearts on mine. So there's my little heart. Okay, so now he's gonna sit over here and he's gonna dry. So we'll paint him on Thursday. Okay, so here's what we got so far. My fancy cookie tray. So there's the gnome. So like tomorrow, tomorrow when I come out here, I'll lay him down because he's going to be dry for the most part, but it's got to dry all the way through. And then the bottom is not getting any air. So I'll lay him down and I will turn these over tomorrow. So there's his nose. And here's our cross. It's already starting to get white a little bit. And then here's our heart. And there's the other heart. So I'm going to let these dry. Oh, here's his nose, Candy, right here. It's right here. I got his nose right there. I can make this one a nose because I don't know what happened to his. But, I mean, y'all can make anything you want to out of clay. It's just a lot of fun. And this would be a good... Don't fall. He fell over. Okay. Stand up. There you go. Okay. I mean, this would be like a good thing to do with kids this summer if you have, just for them to make stuff. All right, so I'm going to make him a nose. So see, he's all nice and dry. He has been in a box for a long time and he needs to be finished. So let's make it with this I have left. I'm going to make a nose. I think he needs a big nose. Oh, thank you, Karen. I have lots of videos on my Facebook, but like 5 years worth, but they're all on YouTube as well because they're all about to go away. That's okay, Candy. I thought you meant this guy because he does need a nose. But they're all about to get deleted off Facebook, so they're all on YouTube. They've been there for a long time. All right, so see, there's his nose. Just like that. So I'm going to take it off and I'm going to set it over here. And it'll dry and we'll finish him. I mean, Bev, this is really easy. I promise you it's easy. You can make anything you want to. You can make, we've made mushrooms before, like this, with the clay, and then you put a wire. And then you can stick these in you paint them and you can stick these in your plants. They are a lot of fun to make. Hey, Debbie, we just made, crosses. We're gonna finish them Thursday and make blessing beads with wood beads. Yeah, like this stuff. See, that's all dry. And you basically just have to wash it off, but it's just a lot of fun. It dries your hands out though. It's a lot of fun, but do it on like a, cookie sheet or some kind of flat surface. I can just wipe my table off and that'll come off. But use cookie cutters if you want to. You probably got a lot of cookie cutters and you can make you some July 4th stuff. Anything you want. You can make stars and then paint them different colors. Oh, a mouse. A mouse. Okay, let's do a mouse. I used to always make the mouse after I finished. I have a whole bunch of little mice. Where are my mice? They need to go in my shelf. They may still be on that shelf in my old craft room in the house. I think that's where they are. I had to find them. Okay. All right, so a mouse. So usually, you'll have a little ball of clay or something left. All right, I gotta find. Well, I don't guess I'm gonna make. This is what I make their tails with. But we're gonna make a hole for the tail. See, there's a basket. They don't have them. Looks like Pillsbury Doughboy. what all plants do you have? I have I have two mother-in-law tongues, or snake plant, whatever you want to call it. I have like this purple passion plant. It's like fuzzy purple. I have a few plants that I've kept alive. They're not all dead. Thank you, Marcedia. Okay, so you're just gonna make a ball, you know, basically. You know, just imagine what a little mouse looks like. So I'm gonna make it to where his nose is, you know, kind of like the shape we just did almost, where he's kind of pointy. Okay. Well, you just kind of imagine what it looks like, and then just kind of make that. You need some eggs for a bird's nest? There you go. Because sometimes you can't find the right size at Easter time. You need some eggs, and they're too big or too small, and I've made them with clay before. Okay, so there is my mouse shape. Oh, how did I do his ears? I can't remember. Did I pinch his ear? So I just basically went and made his ears. Now, if I'm kind of mashing them down, because if they're too thin, they'll break when it dries. So this is my mouse. Hey, you're okay, Beverly? You like the fake ones, me too. I don't like the real ones. They kind of creep me out. Especially if they're in your house. That's not fun. Okay. All right. So I just pinched a little piece up, But be careful not to get it too thin, because they will break. So there are his ears. So this is his little face. There's his ears. And there's his body. I'm going to kind of make him flat. He's fat. Okay, he's not going to have any legs. You know, we're just going to assume they're under there. Okay, so now, fat rat, I'm going to take, y'all going to laugh this part. I'm going to take this skewer. We're going to make a hole for his tail. I'm doing surgery. I'm just going to make a little hole. So there's his hole. So I will glue a piece of string in there when he's dry, and that will be where his tail is. Hey, Marianne, good to see you here. The dead plant rack. Okay, so there's my mouse. Like, you could have a whole family, okay? Ouch, Vicky said. So there's my mouse. So I'll let him dry. Now, I could have put foil, and I could have done the whole thing, but he'll dry in a couple days. He'll be fine. Everyone's like, oh my. I did surgery. Well, he's got to have a tail. Okay, so I'm going to make another mouse because I have that left. String cheese coming next. Anyway, so let's make this mouse standing up like a little, almost like a little snowman body looking thing. Too funny. Nancy, I'll probably put a piece of twine and tie a knot in the end, and then put some glue on it and poke it into that hole once it's dry, and it'll stay, and that'll be his tail. Or a piece of yarn or whatever. Where's the tail? We'll put his tail on Thursday. He'll have a tail Thursday. You could roll a small tail, but I'm scared it would break. Like, being so thin, I'm scared. I just like it having a little twine tail. I think it's cute. You could do pigs. We could do all kinds of things. Okay. All right, so here is my body, okay? So I'm just gonna pinch his ear. We could make this a pig. Let me just make his ear pointy. Okay? So see, I just pinched it. You can see where I just pinched it up. And then I'm gonna make this ear. Oh, it kind of looks like a hoot owl. Cindy, you can make pigs. We can make owls. We can make ghosts. We've made all kinds of things in the past. Candy corns, ghost, snowmen. We've done all of that. Okay. I'm just, you know, my fingers are kind of wet. So I'm just smoothing it. And you'll see, once you start playing with this stuff, it's going to be very addicting. You're going to be like, oh, I need a mouse, and now I need a cat, and now I need a pig, and a pig would be cute. Okay. He's going to be a pig. I'm making his ears pointy. Pig it is. And see, we'll paint him pink when he gets all finished, when he dries. All right, there is his ears. I don't know if it'd be hard to make a frog. I'm trying to think how I could. That's a frog. We can make a frog like that. Okay. All right, so then I'm going to make his snout. Okay. Let me get it to scale. All right, which side is your face? Okay, right here. It's a little too big. A pickle? Okay, so I'm gonna make a little tiny ball. Maybe it'll stay, we'll see. Just wait. Bamboo skewer. So work of art, little pig, right here. Are y'all ready? Okay. There he is. There he is. Okay. It's so fun, y'all. You just have to get and play and just kind of make your own little characters. We're going to make his tail. Like a little snake. I'm going to try to curl it up. Or make it a corkscrew. I'm just scared it's going to break. Pokey tool, we're using it for all kinds of things. Too fat right there. Okay, so there's his little tail. Oh my gosh. I'm not a miniature artist, I'm telling you right now. It is not, it's hard, y'all. Oink. Is he cute or what? See, y'all can do it too. Y'all gonna be making animals. Hey, Carol! Y'all, this tail is gonna be the death of me. I mean, it's like little. Infinity bracelet. Oh, I took them off like a long time ago. My permanent jewelry, yeah, I took them off. They were getting on my nerves one night, and I just took them off. But I can go have them put back on. I still have them. All right, I don't know what that looks like, but it's so hard, y'all, I'm telling you. Hold on. It's not going to stick, a pipe cleaner. Yeah, I may have to make it after the fact, like, and glue it on. I like my hats, too. Oh, my gosh, y'all. This is so tiny. Looks like a wad of poo on his backside. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I may have to make him some pink string tail or something, because we're gonna make him a tail right there. That's where his tail's gonna go. Because gosh, that's so hard. Even to get it to curl up, and it's that small. All right, there's his little ears. Maybe his little snout will stay on. Okay, his little beady eyes. Some places do it, Bev. They just solder it on your arm where you don't ever take it off. I wore it like 2 years. A boutique in my town, they do it. Okay, so there's my pig. Ta-da! So we have a mouse. The mouse is bigger than the pig, just so you know. He's really big and fat. There's his ears. Does he need eyes, or we're going to paint them on? Oh, a dingleberry. It does. I mean, like, y'all, you're working with something so small. It's hard to, like, curl it up on itself. But anyway, I'm going to put that little piece back in there. So roll up your stuff, and evidently there's a sticker on the back over here. Now, this pack does have a sticker. How do we not know this? Anyway, this is what I do. I roll it up like this. And I mean, I haven't used this in probably over a year. So it's kept. Yeah, I'll do that, Debbie. So, I put it in a Ziploc bag. You want to be sure and get all the air out. You know, keep it as much as you can. And somebody said put a baby wipe in there. Then I'm going to put it back in this one. So now we got double bag. His whiskers, I'll draw them on. Because, gosh, that would be really small. Wrap clay around a pipe cleaner. And then poke it in his tail. Yeah, I made a hole, so we might have to do something. Or I can make like you know how we did the tendrils for the pumpkins? I might have to get crafty and do that. Penny, you have permanent ones? I wore them for 2 years, and then one night they were getting on my nerves. Because, you lay on it, it makes that impression in your skin, and sometimes it would bother me. So I just pulled them off. So yeah, now I always have this when I'm live, just because, well, when I work with the clay, because I can just wash this and it'll come off, but this is how I wash my hands. And then I'll have to go put lotion on my hands. Make slip. I don't know what Rachel's saying. What's that mean, Rachel? Yeah, the sticker. We didn't know this thing had a sticker on it until just a little bit ago. You know how you seal up your cookies or whatever, and it has that clear sticker thing where you roll the package down and then you pull that over it? Well, we did not know that the clay had that, and has had it for years and years, because that package I have right here is old, and it's on there, and the other 2 blocks I have, and this is the one I bought today. Wire jute. Yes. Put a piece in a bread bag, like refreshing your cookies. Yes. Like yes. Good night, Linda. So anyhow, so I know y'all probably got clay, because if you've watched me do this before, you probably do. Oh, it's a glue for clay. You just mix a little chunk of clay with water and it makes a slip. I've never heard of that. I had my colonoscopy and they didn't make me take them off. They just taped them. Like they put tape over them on my arm. It was really weird. But yeah, I had like 4 and then 1 came off and I had 3 and then I went to 2 and so now I just took them off because it was getting on my nerves. So anyway, but so y'all get your clay out and make something super fun. Because once you get them painted, it's so crazy. Like I painted this like a watermelon. So if you got a theme or something, paint your gnomes. I did candy corn gnomes one time. Any theme you want to do, you can make something like this. Is a snowman. You can't tell it right now, but it is. That's his little cheeks. His little puffy cheeks. But he is a snowman. Look, here's an acorn. And I put like a little stick in the top, just like on a real acorn. So, I mean, you can make whatever you want. I did. I poked a hole. There he is. He got a hole back there. They did mine too, Janelle. They taped it to my arm. But anyway, so like when you paint these, that's what's going to bring it to life. And we make our beads and make our blessing beads. It's going to be really, really pretty. Yes, I did the pumpkin jar. So y'all have to go to my old videos or go to YouTube and do the jack-o'-lantern jar. I covered the jar with this clay and we cut out the eyes. And then you can put like a electric candle down in there and his eyes glow. It's really cool. I've done those several years in a row. I love them. You have also, did I do a Frankenstein? I don't think I did a Frankenstein. You did your own ankle bracelet? He has a blowhole. Oh my gosh, now I'm going to start snorting. Look. He's going to look cute once he gets all painted. Oh Lord, I messed up his ear. Make it pointy. He's starting to dry. Especially his ears because they're very, very thin. I mean, you know, they're thin. So they're starting to dry. He looks like Bluey. Y'all know who Bluey is. The snowman. Oh, okay. Yes, the pumpkin jar is really cool. I have like a whole collection of them because I do one every year. And it's like I add to the collection every single year. But anyway, yeah, if you need a good laugh, go watch me make the stem of the pumpkin. Like I'm telling, like, everybody y'all behave. We're going to make the stem. Oh, everybody goes, here she goes. She's making the stem. So it's so funny. Or go watch the gnome videos. So we're going to finish this guy and the little gnome we made and all that stuff on Thursday. Yes. So go get your clay out. I know y'all got clay. And if you don't, get you some clay. And it's so much fun. But this brand, I'm telling you, I know I trust this brand. You can get some from Walmart, but I can't promise you that when it dries, it's not going to crack and you'll come back and you'll have big cracks in all your stuff. I love this clay. I've used it for a long time and it's never failed me. So, and obviously I've got 3 packs and I mentally need to make a note that I do not need to buy any more because I have 3 full blocks of it. And then this, what's left of that. So you see, I still have probably half of what I started with and I made all of that. Yes, we made the ghost that one time. That was hilarious. That was hilarious. Oh, you got new kittens. How fun. I'm allergic, but I love cats, and I'm so allergic to them. But, yes. Yay, Alicia. Thank y'all all for being here. I am going to go hop off and go wash. Look, I still got it in between my fingers. Wash my hands really good and lotion them up because it dries you out. So I hope you get your clay out, but come back Thursday night. We're going to finish what we started. That's the only thing about clay is like it takes it takes a couple of days to dry and, it won't be ready tomorrow, but I'll, post a picture of what we did and like what it looks like tomorrow. And then we'll, we'll finish it Thursday night. We'll paint it all and make it really cute. You laugh so hard. Oh, it's so funny. So anyway, all right, guys. Well, I'm going to hop off. Thank y'all for being here. Y'all know there's cute stuff in the shop. If y'all need some kits, there's that ladybug. Because I'm working on new stuff. She's cute. I'm working on new stuff. The frog, y'all asked me to put the frog in there. He is in the shop as well from last year. I put him back in there. So if you didn't get the frog and you want him, he's there. The basket, the sloth, all that's there. So you can just comment shop here, or you can just go to my shop or comment shop on any of my posts, and it will give you a link. So anyway, guys, so I will see y'all Thursday, and we're going to finish. So y'all come back Thursday. I love y'all. Thank y'all for being here, and I will see y'all then. Have a good rest of the week, guys. Stay cool. Bye.